Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Julian with me. We've just beaten Spurs 2-0 here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Just, how are you feeling, Julian?
I'm feeling very, 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 very happy. It reminds me of one of my quotes.
Oh, here we go. Give it to us. Go on, what we got?
The only possible moment of happiness is the present, because the past gives us regrets and the future uncertainties. Who said that?
I'm going to go Wenger because it's always Wenger. Is it Wenger?
Very good. Arsene Wenger.
I'm starting to learn.
Yeah, Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger said that. It was a fabulous, fabulous day. And I didn't actually feel that nervous, did you?
Not,
Once the game started.
Yeah, always. It's North London derby here. I was always nervous, but once it started rolling, we looked unbelievable.
No, it was incredible. And the two goals, I loved them for different reasons.
Yep.
The first one, he's a clown. He's an absolute clown.
Now, who are you talking about?
Lloris. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Because coming here is about two things. Of course, we want to see Arsenal win,
Yes.
and it's been far too long. But we were discussing it before the game. When you look on paper, those two teams, there could only ever be one winner. I cannot get my head round how it's been so long since we've actually won here.
Because it's a derby, Julian. You know,
But it shouldn't make a difference. What you have is a pitch, and all the pitches are beautiful, and you have two teams. You look at those two teams, and there could only have been one winner. Now, before the game, it boosted my confidence. Conte. You know, what does Conte do? He takes out one of their creative wing-backs, Perisic, and he puts this Sessegnon there.
Yeah, Ryan Sessegnon.
Because he's scared. He's absolutely scared of what Arsenal do to him. Saka
destroyed him today.
Saka. So you call Conte an elite manager, but he makes this tactical genius move before the game. He puts Sessegnon against Saka to nullify him. What happens? Saka absolutely rips him to pieces, and Lloris puts the final icing on that cake and just throws it in his own net.
Yeah, I hear that. Listen, we're just going to speak up quickly. Mudryk, missed out on him. Do you care?
Okay, there's different ways to look at this, and I was having a discussion with someone as we walked here, Mr. Turkish, who obviously was, most upset by the whole situation.
Yeah.
But you can look at it in different ways. Now, number one, from a business perspective, there has to be a cap on what you're prepared to pay for a player. But
does there?
Yes, because we live in the real world of there's only so much money. There's only so much money, so you have to have that cap. And what Arsenal did, they went out and they said from the very beginning, we will try everything to get him up to a point, but we're not going to, look, everyone's going to overpay anyway. He's a 21-year-old, not proven in the Premier League, and he does that. There is a little bit of an uncertainty on his mentality, not proven in the Premier League. He was always going to be overpriced, but there's always got to be a cap on how much you pay for these players. And he went beyond that, and Chelsea paid. But the other side of it is, it could have disrupted the team. Now, if you're going to spend up to 100 million on a player, which is ridiculous money, then you're going to be forced to play him. If you're forced to play him, who do you take out the team? Because he's playing in what I consider the best Arsenal player, or one of the best Arsenal players in this season. Martinelli. So what does that say to Martinelli? You're not doing good enough? If I was Martinelli, you want to have...
But we need more depth, don't you? Let's be real.
Yes, you do want more depth, but you don't need to spend £100 million on an untried player in the Premier League who's 21 years old that could potentially disrupt. So I haven't got any issues with them not overpaying. I think it was responsible management to not go for it. I look back at what happened to Leeds back in sort of 25, 30 years ago when Ridsdale overspent. What happens? They get to a Champions League semi-final, woohoo, they go out, they go bust. We don't see them for 20, 25 years. So I've got no issues with that.
Okay, let me just finish up by asking you, just before we go, we haven't beaten Tottenham here in a long time, 2014. Is it an omen now that's been broken? Do you believe these boys can go on and win the league? I know you always say yes, but do you really, generally, after what you've seen today and the fixtures we still have left, believe?
Do I genuinely believe?
Generally, I know, because I sometimes you say yeah, but like honestly, is this the season?
No, I genuinely believe, and I'm going to explain why. What I saw today was they've got their Tottenham back, from what I remember. Now I've been coming here pretty much here since the 80s, I think was the first time I came here. Then 90s, 2000s, whatever. Now for the last maybe sort of 15 years, we've seen a different type of game. Spurs have actually normally had the better of it. But what I grew up with was Arsenal coming here, pretty much always being the dominant team. Spurs were always subservient, secondary, pretty much an irrelevance for the whole season. And then what happens on the derby, they raise their game, it's absolutely their cup final, they huff and puff, they have a few chances, the crowd gets behind them, and then Arsenal just steamroll them. And what we've got today is we've got our Tottenham back and we've got our Arsenal back, and we're here. The Invincibles didn't win here, but this Invincible team has.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.